Imagine remembering every single detail of your life, like every single birthday, every single argument, and every song, and including lyrics, and also the song which you heard on the random Tuesday years back. Most of us forget. We also forget on purpose because brain protects us by letting go. But what if I tell you that you can't forget anything? Will it be fun? So this is the real case of Jill Price, the first person ever documented with a rare condition called as hypothymesia, also known as highly superior autobiographical memory. Today we're going to dive into our story and we'll learn about the science behind our story and what happens in our brain, all those stuff. Also, why forgetting is as important as remembering, and how psychology explains this extraordinary condition. Okay, now let's start with Jill Price. In early 2000s, Jill Price actually went to neurologist to check out her to check out that she thinks that her brain isn't normal, so she want to examine it, so she went to the doctors for it. And she said to the neurologist that she recalls every single details and she remembers everything, right from a 12-year-old. She said she could remember the dates, events, time, and anything, everything. Her brain stores everything permanently and she couldn't even forget anything. So she thought this wasn't normal. So she went to the neurologist to examine her.
Little cerebellum.
At the same time, the doctors hope she'll help unlock the secrets of Alzheimer's.
So, for instance, if you ask her what happened on June 18th, 1970, she will tell you everything, every detail, like what she wore on that day, or what she had for a breakfast, or every detail she would give you if you ask her.
I'm gonna do one more. Shakespeare in Love wins 7 Oscars.
March 21st, 1999.
Well, I give up.
So that much she remembered everything. Her brain permanently stores everything. It's not erasing anything. You know what? If I tell this to someone, they might think, at first they'll think that it's a superpower. Like imagine you're in the history class or in a history exam and you remember every single year, every single name, every single detail, and you will ace the exam, right? And you will not forget any birthday. She can remember everybody's birthday. So you think it's a very good superpower, but for Jill Price, it's a curse. She says that it's like a curse for her. She said it's like my memories are just running like a movie reel in my head every single time, and I feel very tired about it.
Present moment, talking to you, but I have a split screen in my head where I have a loop of memories just free-flowing all the time.
Actually, the problem is she couldn't stop thinking about it. She couldn't stop the thing which is running in her mind. Sad memories, embarrassing moments, personal tragedies, so many things, so many bad things also was running on her mind. So she feel that it's a curse. You know what? These things actually have it actually replayed like it has happened yesterday, and there was no button to stop it. She can't even stop thinking about it, like there was no escape button. Before we explore more about Jill, let's first stop and learn about how the memory actually works. So our memory has 3 different parts, which is sensory memory. Sensory memory is like you will remember for a short period of time. Like you glance a picture and you will remember it for short period of time. If someone shows you a picture of themselves, you may remember it for short period of time, but not for a longer period. And short-term memory, it will be remembered for few minutes, like if you read a book before the exam, or if you recall something before the exam, you will remember it for few minutes. So that information will be stored in short-term memory. And long-term memory is potentially lifelong, like you will never forget your childhood memories, right? So childhood memories will be stored in your long-term memory. But the key is your long-term memory isn't perfect. You will not remember exactly what happened. You will remember just like here and there. Okay, and we reconstruct memories. Every time we recall something which has happened in our childhood, for example, we will reshape the memories. We will not remember the exact thing which has happened, right? So that's why, you know what, eyewitness cases, like will not be really as accurate as what has happened. Because our memories change, we reshape. When we think about something, we reshape it and we will remember it. So we can't say the exact thing which has happened. But Jill case is different. Our autobiographical memory didn't fade or reshape. It just stored it, like it actually recorded and locked it. Like if you ask her what has happened on certain period of time, she will say exactly what happened rather than reshaping it, or just half information is given and half is not given, not like that. She will give you exact information. So her MRI scans showed that her brain had an unusual structures in the caudate nucleus and temporal lobe, areas linked with habit, memory and emotions. So interestingly, there are also regions sometimes connected with OCD. Some researchers thought her brain was compulsively recording things like every single details of her life, like a diary she couldn't close. Okay, now let's think about the emotional weight. Okay, we all go through heartbreaks, we all go through embarrassing moments, we all go through bad days and stuffs, and we will forget it eventually, right? We'll always try to forget certain bad things which has happened in our life deliberately, and we also heal while the time goes, while the day goes on. We will just heal, we will just try to forget everything, and people around us also will forget that this thing has happened. But for in Jill's case, there is no healing. And imagine her emotional burden on her. If she had a bad breakup, it will feel like it has just happened yesterday, even after 20 years. The worst and worst part is the loss of a loved one of her. It will definitely feel like it has happened yesterday and she would be reliving it again and again. It's worst thing, right?
I feel bad about stuff that happened 30 years ago. And I really like live it and feel it.
So psychologists have noticed that the Jill's memory was not just clear, it is just emotionally deep, intense. So it's like she's not just remembering the thing, she's actually reliving everything if she remembers that. You actually be in a Jill's position and think, do you still think this is a superpower? So for most of us, we will say that she has a perfect memory, but for her, it is the worst thing. She actually hates it. She says it's uncontrollable, it's exhausting, it's non-stop, and I couldn't stop it. I just want to relieve from it. So Jin was not alone for long. After a case went into public, scientists discovered around 60 plus people worldwide with hyperthymesia. But here is something fascinating. Most of them didn't have photogenic memory. They couldn't memorize a textbook word for word. What they had was autobiographical recall that has their own life. Compare this with conditions like PTSD, like where people relive traumatic memories against their will. Amnesia, the opposite of extreme, which is like your memory is lost. And Capgras delusion, where people believe loved ones are replaced by imposters, tied to faulty memory emotion connections. So this shows us that the memory is not just a storage box, it's deeply tied to identity, emotions and even survival. So here's a paradox psychology that teaches that forgetting is also good. We think forgetting is weakness, but it is also a strength. Our brain prune away details that will allow us to focus on what we need to focus on rather than thinking about that. Imagine remembering every traffic light or traffic stops that you stop at. Pointless, right? Forgetting helps us clear the clutter. So Jill's condition shows us what happens if we don't have that filter. Everything important or not stays. So forgetting isn't a failure, it's a mental health. So this case makes us ask some big questions like, would you want Jill's memory? Is remembering everything worth reliving pain? And if science could give you hyperthymesia, would you accept it? Psychology isn't just about diagnosing what's wrong with some people. It's all about exploring what makes us human. And a part of brain being a human is letting go. So Jill Price, the woman who couldn't forget anything in her entire life, changed the way that we see our memory, right? So our life is a reminder that even our flaws, forgetfulness is actually a strength, not weakness. And they might protect us as well. So what do you think? What do you do if you have this superpower? It's not superpower, as I already told you in another video. Certain thing you think is not very superpower. Being as you are right now is a superpower. So if one day you get to live like this, will you be happy? Drop your comments in the comment section, and if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want someone else to know about this thing, share it. I'm coming up with more mind twisting cases, and if you want to know about more, subscribe. And thank you so much for watching till the end. Thank you.